Pearl will disappear. She will disappear. Like,
oh, called her out. Pearl will disappear. I completely agree. She has no substance. All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. How's everybody doing? Hit that like and subscribe, and let's party. So, guys, I don't know how you're feeling today, but I am feeling just pearly. And that is fitting because Just Pearly Things has somehow made herself relevant in my eyes once again. Not from anything positive, but we are going to have fun watching this. You may have already seen this, but Piers Morgan blindsided this girl. Let's just check it out.
Welcome back to Piers Morgan Censored. Pearl Davis is the self-styled anti-feminist influencer who's creating major buzz online with a contrarian view. She's appeared in a couple of debates on this show. It's called Uncensored after all. We welcome any honestly held opinions. But this week, she's facing a major backlash for posting a song titled Why Can't We Talk About the Jews, which she dedicated to far-right commentator Nick Fuentes before later deleting it.
Look at that face. Look at that face. Somebody was not prepared for this to be brought up. But hey.
Why can't we talk about the...
Oh my God.
Without getting kicked off of YouTube. Now, I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy.
Okay, well, that's good.
But I kind of want to know why. Now, there's all these conspiracy theories. And the more they talk, I think maybe they're right. But I can't even listen to the convo.
Yikes. Yikes. If you are as flabbergasted as I am, you will definitely find a home at the Indian Jesus Discord server where the party never ends. That's right, 24/7 we're in there hanging out. And after every single live stream, we go in there for an after party where you're not stuck behind your keyboard. You're actually on screen with me and everybody else. You can come up if you want to. You don't have to. Either way, it's a good time. Come and join us.
As we now, along with the New York author and founder of End Jew Hatred, Brooke Goldstein, over in the States. Right, Pearl, you've come on the show a couple of times, right? We've had some spirited debates about feminism and stuff like that, and I thought you made some good points.
Look at her face. She is hating this.
Lots of traction. Then I wake up the other day and I see this thing that's trending involving you doing this song. And I couldn't really believe what I was watching. I didn't know, why did you find it funny?
huh?
Did you find
What? Huh? Did you find it funny? I thought it was funny at the time, but I'm not having fun right now.
You find it funny? I mean, you know the backlash to it. I mean, you deleted it. You obviously thought you shouldn't have posted it.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you do that?
Good question.
Genuine question.
I mean, the point was more about cancel culture and people getting kicked off of social media. If you finished the song, it was more about, like, you can't talk about this topic without being canceled by the left and the right. I don't really have a strong opinion either way. It was kind of just like tongue in cheek.
See, that's the problem. If you're going to say things like that you know are going to be controversial, then when somebody calls you out on it, you have to stand, oh, well, I didn't know. Well, no. Hold on. I didn't say that the Holocaust was good. I didn't say that he was good. Chill out. All right. That's not at all what it was about. Stand on your ground. Stand your ground. Stand behind what you said. If it really was just about free speech, then why are you getting all uncomfortable?
I didn't really expect it to get that crazy.
Boom. And there it is. I didn't really expect it to get that crazy. This is precisely why I did not even bother covering the first thing she did with the racism talk with Fuentes. This is exactly why. People were hitting me up saying, oh, are you going to cover this? You going to cover this? This just happened? No. She's some basic... I was going to say basic B word. She's some basic chick, just with basic chick ideas, who's got daddy's money, who can, fund all of this. She's not an amazing entertainer. She just has all the things in place. She didn't think about it. That is how this happened, because she doesn't think. She doesn't know any better.
It wasn't dedicated to anyone. I don't know why they say that, but that's not True.
I mean, Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist. He's
and somebody you've been talking to and have never talked about the Jews before Nick Fuentes. So just saying.
a Holocaust denier.
Uh-huh.
He said afterwards that you had dropped a diss track on the Jews, which he clearly took to be something which was, mocking Jewish people, talking about.
He was like, yeah, base Pearl, base Pearl. The company we keep, Pearl. The company we keep.
I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I want to know why. What do you want to know why?
Well, it was more like, why can't we talk about it? It wasn't like
we talked about the more.
You put up a video talking about it, and you're the one that took it down. And now you're on Piers Morgan talking about it. So what part are you not allowed to talk about?
Conspiracy theories you've heard about Hitler and the Holocaust, presumably.
I'm a fan of conspiracy theory. Like, people think I'm part of the CIA. There's a whole conspiracy.
This is what I mean. This is your career. You've already struck out a number of times. And now this is the most edgy thing that you've done. And I question whether you actually understand what you're doing or if you're just falling through all of this. But to be like, oh, well, conspiracy theories are fun. This isn't the time. You were caught off guard by being on your back foot and not standing on your values. So now you want to switch and pivot to talking about, well, somebody thinks that I'm a Fed.
What?
What are you talking about?
Conspiracy thing online. And, I'm not for like silencing it either way. The point of the song isn't like I really have an opinion on the matter. It's more, I don't think we should ban people off of social media. So far so that I don't even, I think it should be illegal to ban anybody off of social media unless they're inciting violence. That was the point of the song. I'm not really, it was more like tongue-in-cheek.
But just to be clear,
do you understand how authoritarian that is? That means that these private companies, you now have to dictate that they can't allow free speech. What are you talking about, Pearl? As usual, something you have no idea about.
what are the conspiracy theories surrounding Hitler, which you feel the more you hear them, the more you're interested in them?
Well, I don't know because I can't hear them.
I don't know. So then what are you singing about?
Huh?
I don't know
the ones that Nick Fuentes.
Well, I wasn't even talking about Nick. I was thinking of Ye, to be honest. I don't know why they put that Nick was the inspiration for that song. I was thinking of Ye.
You are aware.
Does that make it better?
Of the big backlash to this and the
it doesn't seem like it, right?
Jewish community.
I certainly am now. I just posted that song and I woke up and I was like, article. I was like, golly.
Right, but are you?
And you're trying to tell me that you singing a song about Hitler and the Jews wasn't going to get people's attention? Stop the cap.
Sorry.
Crazy. I think that my whole point was that cancel culture is wrong. I am not speaking one way or the other about the issues. My question is, why are we canceled for talking about certain topics?
Okay, well then why didn't you say that in 2017? Because that's kind of not really a thing. And the anti-Jewish sentiment is absolutely bubbling up. So if really all you wanted to talk about was cancel culture and free speech, then you picked the worst possible packaging for that message. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. She kind of flounders a little bit, but then they bring in that expert that she's going to talk to, and it doesn't do her very well.
Let me bring in Brooke, who's been listening to this. Brooke, I don't think Pearl quite understands why the wording of this song, which she deleted, to be clear, so obviously realised this had not played out maybe the way she hoped. The offence it's caused to the Jewish community. Why was it so offensive?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me on and for highlighting this issue, not necessarily highlighting Pearl, but highlighting the issue that what you pointed out is that we're really facing a crisis of societal conscience, where someone like Pearl, who engages in hate speech, and actually the irony is she's complaining about being canceled, and yet she's on your platform. She has millions of viewers on the internet. And
that's what I said. But also, what did anybody understand the systemic? What are you talking about? Even when people come and try to call this stuff out, they use all these buzzwords. Why can't you just speak like normal human beings? Hey, this was wrong because XYZ. That's it. You're talking to normal people sitting at home watching the TV. You're not talking to political scholars. You're not talking to politicians. Just say it normal.
on social media and she's complaining about being canceled. The crisis is that this is what is profitable now. This clickbait, this type of racial incitement is profitable on the internet.
And Pearl knows it. So don't let her play this, She knew that it was going to be controversial. She obviously just didn't realize how controversial. Just like the exact same thing happened with Fuentes on that podcast when she said that slavery, again, this is Pearl saying, was not that bad. She just stepped in it because she doesn't know any better, but she knows that it will get clicks. So she's playing with fire, but yet she doesn't know where the line is. She's flying too close to the sun.
And, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm listening to Pearl. I don't know if she's just plain stupid or she's actually quite intelligent and knows that what she's doing is so sensational that it's going to make her a lot of money. But I want to say one thing. Pearl will disappear. She will disappear. Like,
oh, called her out. Pearl will disappear. I completely agree. She has no substance, and she had the money to set up, everything that would get, most of us small YouTubers over the hump to where there's some recognition. Once you get over that hump, as long as you're consistent, as long as you're not completely vapid, at least she has some talking points that she stole from other Red Pill content creators, then you're going to have a following. But I mean, I don't remember exactly, but the last time I looked at her channel when I unsubscribed, it was at like 2 million subscribers, but she was barely getting 100,000 views on a video. So what is it all for?
Like many others before her, because this is something that's just a moment in time. She's like a train wreck. It's like a car crash.
Oh my God.
For example, you shouldn't be looking at it, but you can't take your eyes off it. But I want to make one more point. I think it's so important, especially on this platform. Hatred is taught. Nobody is born like this. And I talk about it a lot in my book about the dangers of hate education. And it's not something that we can debate, that we can engage in a rational argument with.
And this is why, Pearl, I don't want you to be doing these things. If you are trying to fight for free speech, all you now have done is created an opportunity for people who don't want free speech to come in and say, look, here's a perfect reason why we shouldn't have free speech. You played yourself. So there's one last piece that I want to show.
She thinks women shouldn't vote. Women shouldn't have the right to divorce. She thinks that women shouldn't be able to.
I guess we're not saying based anymore. I mean, listen to this one more time.
It's not. She thinks women shouldn't vote. Women shouldn't have the right to divorce. She thinks that women shouldn't be able to work.
And so now you're all about, I stand on those things, those controversial things I know people will back me up for. So, based. I mean, come on. And so you guys could definitely go check out the rest of the interview. Shout out to Piers Morgan for bringing her on and saddlebagging her. I thought it was hilarious and perfectly well-deserved. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Once again, I have been your host, Lutch, a.k.a. the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until next time, guys, I am out of here. Peace.